Hello, everyone. My name is Lauren Voinvich.
And my name is Marianna Steele. We are so happy to be giving this presentation that marks over a year's worth of our work on our Strnad project, an initiative we are immensely passionate about and have been since sophomore year. Our project, Second Chance Recycling, was a three-part undertaking that we hope will be global and local community in reducing recycling contamination due to our public misinformation.
The concept behind this project was built from our recognition of the need for a tool to uncomplicate the convoluted mess that is the recycling system. With so many policy differences across municipalities, people are put in a really difficult situation, trying to determine what's recyclable where. Even at HB, it was clear that many students were confused and overwhelmed by which items were recyclable or not. This is where we saw an opportunity to create an app that would help fix that problem.
Our final project can be split into three parts: a database, 4 app designs, and software specification sheet. By creating a master spreadsheet that cataloged common household items by their UPC codes and cross-referenced with their recyclability as well as the location a user is in, this was the perfect foundation for implementation into a software that will allow people to scan the UPC or barcode on a confusing product and know definitively if it is recyclable or not. The second piece to this project, wireframe templates or app designs, created a clear, functional, and appealing design for the software product. By creating these, we ensured the actual app would be user-friendly with the everyday person and determined the proper structure of the final piece of our work, the specification sheet. The spec sheet is a detailed document for software development that is used by developers to determine the necessary functions and underlying design of the app interface. This document covers everything from the purpose of the app to the capacity of the inputs and outputs of the system. Although this was the last component of the project, it ended up being the most important part.
So to guide you through a little bit of our final project, here is an image of just a snapshot of some of the product database UPC codes that we input. We ended up with over 300 different products that we put in. And as you can see here, it was cataloged by zip code, what type of product it was, as she said, the UPC code, but we also made sure to include other information that was necessary, like if it needed to be rinsed before recycling or removing ink from a pen or something like that. With the app designs and survey, here's a snapshot of each of the 4 different app designs and their start page. We had designs with over 10 pages each of information on how we wanted the app to be designed, and that gave a really good feedback loop for the foundations of the survey so that people who wanted to look at all the templates would have a clear, distinct view of the different things they liked and the different things they disliked. And these are just a few of the questions that we asked and ways that we designated which design was best for what part of the design. And it just created some really detailed and specific feedback for us so that we knew which one would work out best. And then finally, with the spec sheet, this ended up being a 3-part document with an introduction, an overall description, and system features and requirements. This is something that we hadn't really known about before, and it ended up being over 7 pages long. And we really relied on the internet and feedback from professionals to help us guide our work, but it ended up being a really important document in our work.
And throughout this entire project, Lauren and I really focused on journaling for our reflective practice as we thought it helped get our frustrations out or to celebrate our accomplishments. We also, since this was a duo project, we were able to talk with each other about some of the strengths we were facing, some challenges, and really just kind of check in with each other on how this process was going and how we were both feeling. And we found that it really helped us to set goals and to keep a good mindset throughout the project.
When it comes to challenges, we certainly faced a few challenges, especially regarding our database, as we soon realized the sheer amount of products and different UPC codes that existed. For example, a can of soda that is recycled the same way has a different UPC code depending on the brand of soda, or even if it's the same brand but a different flavor. So we decided to set a goal of logging a certain number of items into our database and including just one UPC for one soda variant instead of focusing on trying to log every product imaginable. We also had issues sending our survey out as we had to deal with delays in between communication with the solid waste district. We eventually got our design sent out, but they did not reach very many people. So instead, we decided to use that time to focus on our software specs document. And it was most surprising how much preliminary work there was going into building an app, as we'd never learned about app development before. And we never realized how many different aspects go into designing an interface, such as how to make it the most user-friendly, while also fully functional and aesthetically pleasing.
And we grew the most, having to alter our plans for this project as we approached the Strnad with a business idea, but no real insight into the software field. We had to continuously reshape our vision for the Strnad as we learned more about how to start designing an app from our mentors. And we especially pushed ourselves by working on our SRS as we didn't have any experience with a lot of the software jargon used in the document.
We'd like to acknowledge, of course, the Strnad family, as well as Tori McMillan, Lizzie Horvitz, and the team at the Cuyahoga County Solid Waste District for helping us out with this project and making it possible. Thank you so much.
Thank you.